Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christy and I've got another class review for you. So the class that I'm going to be reviewing for you today is Geology. Now I took this class back in fall of 2021. So it has been a while. These videos are kind of late, but if you watch my update video, I'll go ahead. If you've watched my update video, and I'll go ahead and link it down below, you'll know what's happened from then till now. There's a lot of things that's happened. But yes, geology, anything dealing with earth science, geography, I really like those subjects ever since I was a little kid. So this was very fascinating for me. As you can see, I do have a collection of rocks and minerals and crystals. Absolutely fabulous. I've collected a few things over the years since I was very little. I would show you my big petrified wood that I have outside, but it's pretty heavy and it's outside. So yeah, those are my favorite subjects, so I really enjoy taking these classes. However, this was a class that I was taking online and it was a bummer. Thinking back, I wish I had taken this class physically on the campus because I think I would have benefited more from the class than I did through Zoom. Now don't get me wrong, I did learn a lot from the class through Zoom, but I am more of a visual person. I'm more of, textile. I want to touch, I want to feel, I want to do all that when it comes to classes like this, especially earth science. I want to hold it in my hands. I want to examine it. I want to do all that fun stuff, and I just couldn't do that through Zoom. Now this was an entry-level geology class. This is for those students that need the core subjects to get their degree, or for those students that I'm going to become teachers like myself and need to have the knowledge of, the basic knowledge of geology. That's what this course was. If you hear that noise, I have my dishwasher running, so bear with me. Killing two birds with one stone. However, our professor, fabulous teacher, absolutely wonderful. She allowed for a lot of discussion back and forth. She wanted those questions. She wanted students to give questions. She is an actual geologist that works out in the field. She is not from the United States. And our class was the last class that she was going to be teaching, as she was gonna go on hiatus to move to another country with her husband. But it was absolutely fabulous. We learned a lot. Well, I wanna say that it was a great refresher for me, because a lot of the stuff that we covered I already knew. And so, like I said, it's a course that I really enjoy, so yeah, I was kind of got an A on that. But besides the knowledge that I acquired from the class, I learned how to implement, how should I go about saying this? Since it was a Zoom course, and I don't have a printer, I learned how to, and I want to say this is kind of like basic information or not new knowledge for those who are very technically inclined. I am not. I am slowly learning, even though I am from that generation where the computers first came out, right? Back in the 90s. There's still some things that I don't understand how to do until I am forced to do those things. So writing on a PDF, submitting, making changes, saving on a PDF, so all those things, I learned how to do it in this class because it was either learn how to do it that way and submit it without having to print out the pages, write out the information, and then take a picture and then submit that. I was just like, let me see if I can just automatically do it from the computer, write on the page on the PDF itself, save it, and then submit it. And sure enough, like I had to watch a couple of YouTube videos to figure it out, and then also like just slowly seeing the toolbars that are up there on the PDFs. I mean, I was always one of those like afraid to use that stuff because I was afraid to change the information and just get something wrong or like destroy it. But through that, I've learned to be a little bit more confident with myself in forms of technology wise, the internet, through Zoom, just using Canvas and ACES. I've really learned a lot, and now I am more comfortable in not having or not needing a printer for classes online. It's not the same when you're actually taking a course on campus physically, but that's a whole other video. This class was amazing. I really enjoyed taking geology. I am now currently at this moment, it is October 13th. It's October 13th. Yeah, I've got a lot of things to do. We're coming into midterms. Anyway, I am currently October 13th, 2023, in the fall semester. I am currently taking geology lab. Now this will be a whole other video, but I wish I had taken geology and the lab together at the same time with my professor from 2021, because that's another video. Not that I don't know the information, it's something else. But yeah, I wish we were able to actually physically do mineral classifications. We kind of got the gist on how to find the physical properties of minerals. Same thing with being able to identify igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. However, we had to do it through pictures and images, and it just wasn't the same. Sometimes the images were distorted, and so it was kind of difficult to actually figure out some of those properties. Same thing for identifying minerals. There's some ways to, there are some techniques in acquiring the physical properties. You literally have to, like, for example, this is a mineral. It's got, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. So to be able to identify what mineral this is, there's certain properties that you would have to do to it. Can you see the hint of gold in there? So yeah, you would have to like scratch it with a penny, scratch it against a glass plate, or drop some acid on it to see if there's a chemical reaction in order to be able to classify what mineral this is, or minerals, because there's actually assortment accessories. So yeah, here's another mineral. I can tell you what this is. This is pyrite. Fool's gold. But yeah, so it was kind of difficult to be able to do some of those activities because, for one, I didn't have the minerals in front of me. I only had a few descriptions, so it wasn't the same. Reading it and trying to do the activities, and then so it was very difficult. I would have preferred doing it in person, like I said, on campus, but at the time I didn't feel that I was ready to partake in classes at the campus, even though they were starting to slowly open up and return, students returning back to the campus. So I wish I had done that on campus. I think I would have benefited a whole much more from the class in person than I did through Zoom. But other than that, it was a really great course. Like I said, the professor wanted a lot of dialogue between her and the students, and I asked a ton of questions because I wanted to know about my rocks, I wanted to know about my minerals, I wanted to know about my crystals. This is amethyst, but I could have just told you that straight out because I already know some of these. Stay. But yeah, here's another one. Beautiful crystals. Look at that. So yeah. And now that I am in geology lab, I'll be able to get a better chance of identifying some of these crystals. I want to say this is a form of quartz because quartz does come in different colors, but I will let you know for sure. I'm just dropping a whole bunch of crystals here where they break. So yeah, what else can I say about the class? That's it. Nothing more I can say about dishwasher. Is just going crazy now. Okay. And that's pretty much all I can say about the class because it was a great class. I really enjoyed it. Again, I wish I had taken it in person, but I did acquire some new knowledge as far as using the computer and not having a printer. And so those are lessons that I'm going to take with me from now on, to the point where I am now debating whether to buy a tablet to take notes, because at that time I was taking handwritten notes on a spiral notebook, and so now I have this accumulation of spiral notebooks that I want to digitize. So I'm in that process. But yeah, it was a great class. I really enjoyed the professor. I wish I had taken it in person, but it is what it is, right? So guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video. It is going to be a small video on my annual, well, I don't want to say annual trip, but because I go twice a year, my biannual trip to San Juan. If you're only wondering why I'm only doing one class review, is because I did take 2 classes in the semester of 2021, but it was a flex course, meaning that it was for 8 weeks and not 16 weeks. So if you want to see my speech class review, I'll go ahead and link it down below. And guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.